Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Today is a replay of yesterday in terms of unbelievable weather. Clear blue skies, the crows are just flying over my head now, coming to get their food. It's in the 70s, it's breezy, it's remarkable. I just took a really cool shower and then came outside. Moonbeams is over, keeping an eye out on things if you want to have a peek over at her. Who's that? She always comes to the readings and likes to hang out and observe. And then I have my crow too. When he lands, I'll get a shot of him. He comes to get his food. And I have a beautiful little visitor here that we all know and love, Edward. I love the silver in the sun. I just think it looks so nice. So I'll actually prop him and have him do that. And I also have some stones that you can choose from when it comes to your card as well. And today's just going to be in terms of change, abundance, work, career, love, whatever is coming your way, whatever spirit wants to chime in and advise us on, that's what we're going to focus on. It's funny, I sprayed this little bit of specialized flea stuff on the cats because they were acting crazy out here, and it got on Edward and it made this kind of weird imprint on it, so I'm going to have to give him a wipe down after. So let's find out what's going on in terms of your choices of cards. So number one is Tender Embrace, and we also have some beautiful Bloodstone and Moonstones here. I love Bloodstone so much, and that's what this ring is made out of as well. As its name suggests, Bloodstone is an excellent blood cleanser and purifier, a really powerful healer. You know, it's one of the stones that really is believed to have mystical and magical properties, banishing evil, directing spiritual energies. In ancient times, Bloodstone was said to have been an audible oracle stone, giving off sounds as a mean of guidance as well. So it's mostly used to cleanse and realign the lower chakras. And it's great for grounding and protection for sure. I just feel like it keeps out undesirable influences and stimulates dreaming and is a very powerful revitalizer. I am often drawn to stones when I need that. Garnets have a similar property to that. They're very revitalizing. They're great for the blood. And I love mixing it with moonstones because they're a cooling kind of influence on us as well. And number two is Ears Wide Open. And we have Labradorite, which is a great intuitive stone, a great earthing, grounding, just focal stone. I feel like it helps me slow down and focus really beautifully. And then I have bloodstones mixed all in on the neckline as well, and that I'm really so big into those. And Ears Wide Open, and number three is a powerful move, also as a number 15. And then we have beautiful blue aura quartz, which is really great for the throat chakra and expression. And also I feel like it's a great divining stone when I'm trying to figure things out and really get in touch with intuition. It works very much like an amethyst to me, very great on the intuition. So I'm going to let you guys make your choice. I'm going to have a sip of water. Look at Moonbeam, she wants attention. You guys will definitely probably find her trying to sit on the cards and get close to the cards because she loves attention. When I first come out, she'll sit close by and then she'll be like, oh, that's enough. I need some attention. And she'll get in on that. Okay, so I am going to mix up some of these guys and we're going to see what is coming out. First, I want to let you know in terms of card number one. If you chose this card, this is a lovely message of, tender embrace is about compassion. It's about warm-hearted self-care for yourself and others, sensitivity, benevolence, and kindness. Compassion is an emotion of tenderness and sensitivity, and it's a feeling of, benevolence and reverence as we watch what can happen around us, suffering that takes place, irritability, other things. And now's the time to reduce that pain and focus on the compassion on all areas of your life. Not focusing on where we think there is a lack, but where we think there's abundance. And I feel like just little acts of looking at somebody while you're walking down the street and smiling at them makes a big difference. A good question to ask is, where do I need to be kinder and gentler? And how can I serve? And in what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution to the suffering of the world? I'm constantly asking people to come over to IG and let me know what their situation is. If, they just want a little bit of conversation about crystals or whatever, if they're feeling up, because a lot of people belong to families that don't believe in anything esoteric, or they have really skewed views on that, and they don't have anybody to discuss these issues with. And that's one way that I love to give back, is my time, and letting people know some of the information I've gathered over the years. So that's a way. I never feel like, oh, I don't have time for that. I never say that. I never don't have time for people or animals or self-care, all of that. So tender embrace is definitely letting you know. Let's plug into that. So let's see sort of what's coming your way and some messages. So you have great and full, and then we're going to pull a couple of these. I love Moonbeams right now. She's like, what is up with that? We're going to pull two of these. These are just lovely messages and guidance. And, my main goal when I do all of these readings is not only to have a nice kind of peek into the future and see what's going to be taking place and how we can direct ourselves, but definitely the power of suggestion being positive, because when we think of the best case scenario and position ourselves to look for opportunities, options, and by positive, lenses and good perspectives, we alter how we see the world and our capabilities and our place in it. That we are capable, that we do have tons of options, that we are strong. Our inner dialogue is everything. Of course you can have that, be that, do that, go there, constantly be saying that and writing that to yourself. I'll go on beautiful websites and I'll start picking places that I want to go visit, and they're part of like my tapestry for the near future and far future, and I get excited about that. As humans, we want to be excited about our life and our journey and feel like our cup is great and full, that we have options and choices, and that all these delicious treats are out there for you, and there'll be constant inspirational, innovative ideas coming our way, that we'll be efficient in our life, and we can always tap into that spiritual, abundant, positive plane that lets us know that we're ready to receive all of this. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing and conflict into growth and fear into love. So anybody that we encounter is absolutely a lesson for us. Somebody who's like irritable and self-serving and mean and grouchy, it's something that we can implement into our life that lets not only avoid those people and circumstances, but not allow ourselves to become that. Sometimes we take a few hits and we can decide two things. We can decide to shake it off and try to optimize our life position by what we do have and make the best of what we have where we are, or we can just sit and lament and feel sorry for ourselves and get stuck, right? So anybody too, trauma is just anything that has affected us heavily and negative through somebody else's behaviors or an experience that we can now say, that is the past and it's not going to run my life because a person, place, or circumstance was very unkind to me. I'm going to learn from that. Most people that are in the healing arts have undergone some sort of trauma in their life, and they've come out the other side, and their realization that when we can change and grow and be anything we want regardless of circumstances, right? So you're finding that out right now, which is important. And attack, pain, fear, and judgment in any form of separation are merely calls for help. So anybody in our life, it doesn't matter. It can be a peer, it can be a family member, that when they lash out and they say something that really that person feels uncertain, or they feel uncared for, or they feel unloved, and we can definitely understand that and have compassion for it. I just had a great conversation with somebody about this very thing, that people could have hurt us over and over and over and felt separated or different or judgmental of us, but we have the capacity to forgive. We don't need to carry that weight around. So if you have somebody really acting up and acting bizarre in your life right now, have compassion for them, because it's not even coming from an intentional place. It's just a reactive behavior that comes from self-preservation, which sometimes can't be helped in people that are unaware. I don't feel like people are naturally mean or hostile. I feel like that they're reacting to a circumstance that they are unaware of. They are unevolved. That's all. They're unevolved in that state of awareness that says, hey, I shouldn't be blaming anybody else for anything. It's my reaction and my response to life that creates my life. So you're going to have that beautiful awareness of that. What do you need to release? The waning moon. And this is really great because the new moon is taking place, and that's part of it too. What do we need to release? What are we hanging on to? Do we have any past grudges or ideas that just don't serve us anymore, right? I do this sometimes where I wake up and I feel the urgent need to answer everybody's questions or whatever is going on, but it gets very taxing on my nervous system when I'm racing through all these emails and DMs and things. So now I know that I can release that pressure of time, that I can do it in a beautiful environment outside when I'm feeling rested, whenever I want, when I feel a call to doing that. Because oftentimes when we feel forced or obligated to do something, we don't do it as smoothly and as with such a giving, loving heart than we do when we have time for it. So releasing those things as well. Are there things maybe in your diet or something you do at work or some habitual pattern that simply doesn't serve you anymore and it isn't necessary? Communication is key. New Moon in Gemini. Absolutely, communication. Is there something that you really want to say to somebody and or to yourself? I always feel like when we stand up for ourselves and we have those moments where we're just like, hey, listen, this doesn't really settle well with me. I think there's a difficulty in this. So it's A, B, and C. Just communicating. That's not being accusatory. That's not being critical, because people get defensive, as we know, when we point out things they may not want to hear. So there's always a good way to do this. And usually it's from your point of view. Listen, I really feel this way when you say that. And this is the result. Things of that nature. Not, why are you such a jerk? That doesn't work. I remember watching the Kardashians once, and I'm like, I feel like they just go around attacking each other aimlessly. That's why they have all these blow-ups. So bizarre. Like, we need to come from a place of love and understanding and our personal point of view, and that will be very helpful. So I feel like with that particular energy, it's like you're just going to be able to go ta-da, and your last message is spirit of gratitude. When we come from this place, anything is possible. When we have gratitude for what's around us, we feel confident, we feel optimistic, we feel friendly and happy. We feel like the day is promising. It's restorative. We feel abundant. We get into this beautiful, stable, grounded, reliable kind of headspace, because we know more is always coming of what we need: food, shelter, so on and so forth. And the universe loves when we show gratitude, and it brings more our way. And because you're going to be in this headspace, you're going to find more abundance flowing into your life in terms of love, money, and other things of that nature. Group 1. So beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read. I get back to you within 48 hours. And I'd love for you to come over on Instagram and get in on all the giveaways. I do daily posts and memes. And I give away jewelry, Goddess Provisions boxes, and it's Sparkrist 11. The link is down below. This is a big one for you guys. What do you need to release? A lot of you guys, it's fear of the immediate future or long-term future, because I realize a lot of people feel like, their life is a tossed salad right now. It's like, what is coming next? We don't need any more vinegar in this. Like, it's just coming through on the other side, and gratitude is very helpful within that. So beautiful, group 1. Okay, now we're going to go on to number 2, ears wide open, and I'm going to have a sip of water. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. Okay. Whew. This is also 33. Now, within this, I feel like this is so, so important, and I have to remind myself of this every day, to just be an excellent listener, because the world is constantly speaking to us and offering us clues about what is really going on beneath everything, the surface of things, and we all have the capacity to hear beyond the noise that just comes to our ears. And the challenge is when we feel misunderstood or unheard, right? When we feel insignificant, it's easy to over-explain ourselves in an attempt to get acknowledged. Now is really the time to let that all go. Offer your attention as the gift that it is. It's time to stop multitasking, to stop checking our phones, to think of what we're going to say next, what we're cooking for dinner, and connect fully. I had to do this, with my children. Like, they'll come in the room, or Ian too, when he comes home from work, and I will audibly say down, and that means put devices down to myself, because I am the queen of multitasking. I'll have 2 devices going in my hand. I'll be making jewelry. I'll be doing tons of things, which means I'm not making eye contact. If I'm reading something, I'm not hearing correctly. So let's stop multitasking. It really does create a situation where you get fulfillment out of whatever you're participating in. If I'm watching a movie and I'm trying to answer emails, I'm not hearing what's going on in that movie, and I'm also not really taking in what's going on in the email. I'm giving 50%, so everything is diluted. And I also feel like I am working to some degree because of the fact that I'm doing more than one thing instead of just enjoying things. So I'm really learning to do that. We need to do that, our ears wide open, especially if we're listening to readers or people that are giving us information that we're interested in, to just stop and listen to that. It's so much more satisfying, right? Whenever we're in a state of chaos or distraction, paying attention only some of being said, we lose the ability to pick up on everything, including what's not being said, right? Deep listening is a way where we can immerse ourselves in the truth of what somebody is saying in the world. In this way, with our ears wide open, we open our hearts and our mind to understand more than what's just being conveyed through words alone. And opportunities arise from all these subtle clues, right? When we're 100% present. So making yourself present is definitely going to be helpful in that regard. And I have to do that too. We're just so conditioned to multitask with our phones, with our iPads, with our devices, with our computers. And we think, oh yeah, we've got this. And we can to a degree, but again, we're not 100% there. So we are missing out on a lot, right? Oh, a pretty monarch butterfly just buzzing by. So prosperity lies ahead. So you guys get excited. You have prosperity that is lining up for you. You're using the law of attraction, and you're manifesting money, abundance, prosperity, in however you regard prosperity. For me, it's plenty of time. For me, it's plenty of finances to be able to be generous and get good food and other things like that with. But mostly it's I love when I feel like I have breadth and width of time and I'm not overscheduled, and you're definitely going to be feeling that. And because of that, you're going to be open to all these options and opportunities taking place for you to make that. So don't be fretting about money. Have gratitude for what you already have and what's coming in. Celebrate it like it's already here. Balance spirituality and practicality 100%. Spirituality is not giving every last dime and iota and moment to everybody else and just being so self-sacrificed. You're exhausting. Let's be practical. We have human needs. We need rest. We need replenishment. We need leisure time. We need all of that. And spirituality is based in that self-care and self-love as well, because we can't feed other people from an empty table. So, we're practical. Yes, we have to go out and work and earn a living in this world and go to the grocery store, but we can bring spirituality to all of that. Excellent listening skills, being present, being aware, being humble, being honest, all of that, and not being facetious or gossipy or low vibrational. You can integrate them, and you're really going to be doing that beautifully, and it's going to save you from a lot of distraction, which is nice. Now let's see what your other message is. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. This is exceptionally beautiful in that love is about having patience. We're not impatient when a toddler or somebody is trying to explain something and it takes them 65 years to do it. You ever do that with like a 4-year-old that has a story and it's like they're so excited about it, it literally takes you from sunup to sundown to get their point out. But I love that we are not rushing or hurrying people. We're acclimating to certain new realities, which means we don't want to be in our comfort zone over and over and over. A place of love is saying we want to grow, we want to expand, we want to learn and earn in new ways. And when we have the lens of love, it says we have compassion and patience for ourselves as well as others. So bring this into the workplace whenever you can. When you see somebody being a little ornery or short-tempered, we never know what they experienced in the morning before they came into work. They could have special needs children. They could be caring for a relative with dementia. Any single thing can be taking place to somebody else. So when we look through the lens of love, we're very patient and we're very caring for them. So let's see, your last message is the royal you. Absolutely. Pay attention to this. This is you embarking in a strong, assertive, warm, and determined path. You're going to be motivating, loving, powerful, dramatic, dynamic, courageous, all of you. The royal you who knows you're in charge, that this is your due, that you worked hard for, and to just step through that door with confidence. And you're really going to be feeling it, group 2, which is exciting because this abundance is yours. You've earned it and you're ready for it as well. So beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome, group 2. My name is Melanie. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Subscribe. And the notification bell will let you know when all the new videos come in. Please come see me on Instagram. I do daily posts and memes on tarot, crystals, all kinds of things. And I do weekly giveaways. This week is really, really fun. It's a bunch of beautiful, bright purple jasper stacker bracelets that I made. And, I have all different things, crowns and free reads and goddess provisions box. I love to give back. I have a lot of fun stuff in my in my treasure chest. So I like to give back to you guys. So that's that. And again, if you need a private read, I get back to you within 48 hours with your video. So just let me know. All the links are down below. Love and light to you guys. Yeah, the royal you. It's time to just step up and be like, ta-da! The lens of love, balancing spirituality and practicality. We all have to do that, or, whether you're a student, whether you're running a home, whether you have siblings, and also know the universe has your back. Group 2, it does. The universe wants to bring you beautiful abundance, and now it is so gorgeous. So now we're going to go on to number 3, you guys, and the blue aura quartz. All right, let's see what's going on. Right away, you guys, I feel like you're going to have a really beautiful, optimistic, confident, happy, friendly, bright, creative, sunny door that you're walking through, where everything is optimal for you because you see it as that way. You feel the energy as that way. You're avoiding all the negativity or lower distractions, and you're just like, I'm making a power move. Some of you guys are going to begin your own businesses. Some of you guys are saying no to things that you just don't want to participate in anymore. These can be friends that, again, are just, thanks, you're my ride, you're my ATM, you're my agony aunt, you're my everything. You're like, no, thank you. This is about action, movement with purpose, effort, really putting into motion your intentions right now, making choices from an empowered and thoughtful place. Uber positive change. You are just ready. This is deliberate action. And when you move your intentions out of the realm of thought and into the material of ideas into action, and you're going to recognize yourself as a unique whole, a worthy being that has a special place in the world, whose offerings are valuable and whose life has real meaning. And people are going to feel this abundant, positive, confident you. And onward and upward, it just really is, it's your time. We all have this special era where we just kind of, boom, we self-evaluate. We have this new awareness. We know we're worthy of things. And like Marissa Peers is always teaching, we have to recognize that in ourselves, that we are worthy of abundance, money, prosperity, love, all of that. And once we kind of step into that realm, it starts to happen for us. Like, it just does. It's kind of this inexplicable power. A win-win outcome is in the forest, in the forecast, in the forest. I have forest on the brain. I'm like, I got to go to the forest today. Yeah, a win-win outcome. I just feel that you're ready. You feel it. So all the opportunities, all the little beautiful ethereal ties are leading you in the right direction. You're feeling it intuitively. Gut instinct is just going to provide you with win-win scenarios when it comes to love, people, new friendships, kindred spirits, great job opportunities, your own company opportunities, your life path purpose, all of that. It's just going to be shining like this beacon, and you're going to be just picking up those little crystals along the path that let you know, keep going, because you're doing it. You're winning, right? You're not distracted. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Yeah, oftentimes we have to do this. Yes, a lot of times, as humans, we want immediate gratification. But hey, if I spend this now and I really want to go on a vacation in a few weeks, am I going to have to opt out because I overspent? If I eat this right now, how am I going to feel in 10 or 20 minutes? If this food doesn't agree with me, am I going to have a stomach ache, a headache, whatever it is? I know sometimes like carbs do that to people, like excessive carbs aren't great for people. Look at the bigger picture, long-term planning. If I, if I choose to quit my job right now and go into business for myself, am I going to be devoted and focused, or am I going to be Netflixing from dusk till dawn? It's like really just looking at the bigger picture, asking yourself these questions. Why do I want something? I'm constantly doing this for myself, and it helps a lot. Why do I want this amount of money? Where am I going to allocate it from? I know that Hagen's going to need a new car and that India's moving. Things like that. I pre-allocate my funds that I'm asking the universe for, that I'm willing to earn and spend my, my craft and all my creativity towards earning, all of that. And by doing that, you're going to be able to set yourself up in the whys you want something. Because oftentimes we're impulsive. We just want something, right? And I'm like, want that. But why do we want that? And you're going to be asking these deeper questions, and they're going to be very helpful in how you allocate your time and finances as well. You and your loved ones are safe. The universe wants you to know this. When, do you want to be like Woody Allen spazzing out thinking every little drop of rain is acid rain and is going to kill you and you're always a nervous wreck? Or do you want to be like Frankie and Grace, where Frankie's like, man, I'm just going to go in my little art hut and paint some pictures and sit on the beach and enjoy life? We never know how much time we have. So when we figure that we're cradled in the grace of the universe and protected, we live in a different way. I've always felt like this. And I do know I'm divinely guided because, again, as I've said before, I've never broken a bone, fractured anything, or been hospitalized for any reason. I only went in to have my children. I am exceedingly lucky in this, but I feel this constantly every day, and I feel this for my children. I picture them in safety, and I picture them in health, and that helps provide that energy around them. And you're going to be doing that too. So know that the universe wants you to know you really are protected, you and your loved ones. Now, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. Absolutely, we don't need to be specific. We don't need to create certain parameters that are tight or restrictive. Let's just pray for the highest good of all. Oftentimes, what the universe has planned for us is so much better than we have planned for ourselves anyway. So let's let go of the reins and trust in the universe. That always happens to me when I'm like, I'll just let whatever will be. And then my que sera is always much more expansive and wonderful than I could have ever imagined too. That's why I don't overplan my days, and I just kind of go on whims, like, oh, okay, let's go here. If somebody's inspired to go to this seashore, go here, or go for a bike ride, I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. And it ends up nice. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth, 100%. So just shine, be your authentic you. Don't censure yourself. If you feel like you want to say something, dress a certain way, express something, just go for it. It feels so purifying and cleansing. You feel so much lighter. And I feel like it also protects you from illness. Those people that just choke everything down and hide anything, like they have a proclivity to just like stay like a steel trap. That stuff festers. So this is just saying, I'm going to say, do, and be me. I thought of this morning. I thought it was such an interesting premise too. I'm so mellow when I'm in my yard that I could literally have a neighbor come up that just maybe temporarily lost their mind, and just if they started screaming at me, I'd be extremely calm. Like I feel like however crazy anything got around me, that energy doesn't affect me because of this. My authentic truth is I am a calm person. I'm in a calm head and heart space, and nothing can really affect me. I can bring rational thought and behaviors to a situation and calm it if need be. And I love that aspect because I'm not reactive. I'm not a reactive person. I observe and then I just go from there. And you're going to be able to do that, and you're going to be your beautiful, authentic self. That's somebody else's energy. That's somebody else's behavior. I'm not responsible for that, so I can remove myself, or I can try to form a healing bridge. Whatever you feel like doing, saying, and being, you're going to be, and it's going to be wonderful. You're definitely you're ready for this beautiful win-win forecast. You're feeling good, you're feeling expansive, so really look for all those opportunities out there, because the universe is going to be bringing you a lot and saying, it's your time. Let's do this. Let's succeed. Let's reach out. Let's feel fulfilled and satisfied with life, right? We need things to look forward to as people. We really do. I'm super lucky as a creative. If nothing is going on, I'm like, I'm making jewelry. I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to do A, B, and C. I give myself things to look forward to, and I think, or have a great meal, something of that nature. It's the simple things. It really is the little pleasures. Let's make a big deal out of little things, right? It's important, so we can look forward to them. So love and light to you, group 3. That's you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read. I get your video back to you within 48 hours. I love the artwork on these. And come see me on Instagram at Sparkrist11, and come get on all the free giveaways that I do every week. And I do daily posts and memes, and it's a lot of fun. And again, my readings, I get back to you within 48 hours. I forgot if I said that. You can come see me on my Etsy store and get some of your jewelry. I also sometimes post it over on Instagram, and I just have like an auction for days. If you see it on there and you just DM me, Mel, is this available? It's at a savings too. I usually drop off like $10 to $20, and there's no shipping if it's within the US, because it's just faster. When I list everything in Etsy, it's a long, it takes a while to list everything. So sometimes I just list it over on Instagram, and then people just DM me, hey Mel, do you have this, blue aura necklace? And then I give them all the descriptions on it and stuff, and it's fun. So you guys, that is that, and I'm hoping to be able to provide you with lots of reads outside, like for the next coming months, because the weather is just so nice, and it's really relaxing and calming. Remember, just start your day with a deep breath. I have all the time in the world. All is well. Nobody can rush me except for me. I'm in charge. I'm feeling good. Start that inner dialogue. I'm ready for anything. I'm going to be an observer of life. Life doesn't happen to us, it happens around us. We can either engage or opt out. It's great, right? I don't have to get all riled up because this person is, right? The calm essence of living is definitely available to all of us. So, love and light.